What's up, everybody? This is Rob from LearnBridge.nyc, and these are our results from the tournament we played on Bridge Base on March 2nd and March 3rd. If you want to play in this tournament and play against the pros every week and test your wits against some of the best players in the world, you just need to go to LearnBridge.nyc. That's www.learnbridge.nyc. You'll be brought to a page that looks just like this. And you can either scroll down here and sign up for our weekly tournament, or you can just click on tournaments at the top. And then if you scroll down on this screen, you'll see a tournament entry and instructions on how to find the tournament right on BridgeBase. So if you want to join in on the fun each week, just type learnbridge.nyc in your browser and sign up right on the site. And then you'll find it on BridgeBase on Fridays and Saturdays every single week. Let's jump into the hands from the most recent tournament. We see on board one that most of the best scores are coming from four hearts making four. And you'll see a lot of the top pros actually just jumping to four hearts after partner responds two diamonds. But let's take a look at what's happening in the auction here. The north hand passes to begin with. So we know partner's a passed hand, but we still are obviously just going to open a heart here with this very nice hand. Six almost solid hearts and obviously good shape, and it goes past two diamonds. Now this is exactly what it looks like when you mouse over it. It's non-game forcing 2/1, and it obviously cannot be game forcing because partner's a passed hand, right? They can't possibly have 13 or more points. So two diamonds is just natural, and some players decided to bid two spades, which is going to show some extra values for the robot. You can see that here. When you mouse over two spades, it says it's going to show about 16 to 22 points, somewhere around there. So making some forward-going bid will get the robot to bid again and give you the chance to play in a good game on this hand, as it turns out. But a lot of the pros are just jumping to four hearts right over two diamonds. And what they're thinking here is, look, partner is showing some values. I have an almost solid suit in my major, and if I buy one or two hearts from partner, it's good. And even if I buy zero hearts from partner, I'm probably still have an outside shot to do okay considering the strength of this suit. So a lot of players are jumping to four hearts. Some other players are jumping to three hearts, which should just show a suit like this, extra values in a suit of this quality. A few people ended up in 3-0. I was one of those people. Not the best spot, because if you played four hearts, you did great. If you made it, if you went down, take a look at how these players are playing the hand. They have to eventually just start playing spades. Right? They can set up some diamond tricks and just play spades and pitch away losers at the end on those good diamonds in the dummy. This little suit right here in the dummy, if we play the spade suit, we'll end up getting an entry to this hand with one of those cards, and we'll pitch away one of the spades on that good diamond over there in dummy. We're not going to spend too much time on hand number two. I'm just going to tell you that it's absolutely normal to be in four hearts. I'm pretty sure everybody was. And it's also absolutely normal to go down one. The correct line of play on this hand is to take a heart finesse. So we're eventually going to lead a low heart to the dummy, win the king, and then take a heart finesse like you should. You have eight trumps. This is the only direction you can be finessing because there's no 10. So if you took this finesse and you're in four hearts, you're just going to be down one. If you did not take the finesse, you got a great score. You played the heart suit incorrectly. It worked out really well on this hand, but it's not going to work out well for you in the long run. So for those of you that were in four hearts down one, very normal score, as long as you only go down one. Board three is all about the robots getting into trouble and you allowing them to do so. This is a hand where if you play it correctly, the robots are going to essentially go nuts, and you're going to be able to double them at various levels for penalty. The problem we had on this board is some of you bid after partner made a penalty double. And I want to show you what this looks like for the robot, at least so you know the next time. On this auction, we opened a spade. Partner bid a no trump. I ended up passing at my table, and the opponents went nuts and went minus 1400. But here, bidding two clubs is honestly the very normal thing to do. You're showing at least three cards in that suit. And now partner bids two diamonds, which should just suggest a misfit, right? This says, okay, I heard you bid spades and clubs. I want to play diamonds, right? So it sounds like partner probably has diamonds. Maybe they have some hearts as well, but they clearly do not have a fit for either of the suits that we've suggested. So we just pass. And now West bids two hearts. And here's where partner makes a penalty double. And if you think about it, this really can't be takeout, right? We've bid two suits, partners signed off in a third suit. What else is partner going to be forcing us to bid here? And it does show you from the robot's perspective. It says they have biddable hearts. That means they have a heart suit, right? So this double is your best chance to escape for a good score, right? You don't have to play in a misfit. In fact, the opponents have to play in a misfit. And you'll see by the results here on the at the best case here, two hearts is going to go down 2 for minus 500. But if you do other things like pass the forcing no trump, you'll end up seeing the robots bid to 5 clubs. You get to double that, and they go down quite a few tricks at these tables. So when the opponents are making mistakes, do not interrupt them. Right? They're in a really bad spot here as soon as they choose to make a call. If you bailed them out, you were punished accordingly, unfortunately, on this hand. And remember this, guys, misfits play very, very poorly. So as soon as partner bids 2 diamonds, you kind of know, okay, we're lucky to have a very good diamond fit here, it looks like. So we're just going to pass and let it be. But when the opponents come in and partner does make a double, and that's always what that'll look like. And when the robot wants to make a penalty double, it'll say, hey, I have biddable cards in the suit they just bid. And that's how you know the robot says, let's play. Board 4 saw all of us playing 4 spades. And the question here is, did you make 7? Did you misclick and only make 6 or 5, which was what was happening at my table? Uh, you should make 7 on this deal, though. And look at how Joe Grue played this board. We saw the auction that is probably the best here at Joe's table. West opens a diamond and it goes pass pass. Now, in the direct seat, you're likely to just overcall 1 spade, but in the balancing seat, your hand is much too strong for this. And this is because our range is much lower in the balancing seat. So doubling first makes a lot of sense with a hand like this. And after partner bids a no trump, just this 2 spade bid will show a good hand, right? It's probably not 18 plus points because, again, we started this hand in the balancing seat. But after you bid 2 spades, partner's going to make a call and you'll end up playing 4 spades on this hand. And Joe takes advantage of what we call the robot finesse on this hand. What he does is he plunks down the jack of spades. And the robot covers almost 100% of the time in this situation. And the fact that he did not see the East player cover the jack of spades, he decided to play the ace. And also, guys, this is not necessarily just a robot finesse. This is a finesse that is almost marked by the auction, right? The 1 diamond by the West was the opening bid. And when we count the points here, we have 10 points in dummy, we have 16 points in our hand, and we saw the East player pass partner's opening bid. So the robot finesse is obviously a good tester, but in reality, you would probably always play for the drop on this one because of the way the auction went. And we'll see this again later on board 8. So keep this in mind. But here, if we're paying attention and we're counting the points, we don't have to take the spade finesse because it's likely losing. So we'll play for the drop in this situation. And after you do that, you just need to take a diamond finesse, and now you can pitch away a losing club in dummy on this nice 10 of diamonds. And now you make 7. You rough that club, and you have the rest of the tricks. And Joe Boo made a great comeback this week after a couple off weeks. He's back at the top of the leaderboard where he belongs. Board number 5 was interesting because a lot of the professional players got punished for opening a no trump on this hand, including myself. If you open a no trump, you can kind of max out for making 1, which isn't as good as defending 3 hearts on this hand. And I want to take a look at one of the pros that resisted opening a no trump and actually did quite well and had all the opportunities to find the right spot here. He opened a diamond, and left-hand opponent was going to overcall a heart if you opened a diamond. And that's exactly what happened at all the tables here. And partner makes a negative double, which shows exactly 4 spades, guys. Because this is that special circumstance, right? If we wanted to show 5 plus spades as north, we would bid 1 spade. So we know when the robot doubles here, they have exactly 4 spades. So we know also that we do not have a spade fit. So if you were bidding 2 spades here, which actually you saw a couple of the pros do, you should make sure you do understand that you're bidding 2 spades just to kind of find a safe landing spot and maybe keep the opponents away from 3 hearts, right? So you're just bidding 2 spades as kind of a blocking bid, if anything else. But you do not have a fit. And Radu here chose after the East player Q bid, they bid 2 diamonds to show support. He passed. right? Didn't make any call here, and now when it went two hearts pass back to him, here's where he bid two spades. He makes a good balancing bid. He knows East West has a heart fit, so it's okay to compete here because we rarely want to let him play two of a fit. And here, the opponents are likely to be aggressive because of the vulnerability. So balancing with two spades is very reasonable here. And after he does that, it goes past three hearts, and now we've done enough. Right, we've given our partner every opportunity to take a call, and they haven't. So we just pass and we defend. And defending here gets you a very good score. You get 75% when you beat three hearts, two tricks, which is more than the 44.5% us pros got for opening a no trump. So good job. Six is essentially about, did you bid over four hearts or did you pass? I passed. I looked at the vulnerability and I said, okay, if I double and partner bids five clubs, I'm not really going to know what to do, especially because the robot frequently, if you see them bid five clubs and you try to bid five diamonds, they're going to think you have like a 23 count and bid a grand slam. And you'll see a lot of the pros here just know this is happening. So when partner bids five clubs, they just let it go. And for those of you students who went down six here, I want to just click off some of the high level pros who also were in five clubs down six. So it's not like you did anything terrible. You can see some of the best players in the world are in the same exact contract that you are. So getting to five clubs is obviously sounds like a disaster, but you had a lot of really prestigious companies. So it's not too bad when a lot of the best players in the world are achieving the same result as you are. If you chose to pass, you were going to beat four hearts, probably two tricks, if you're defending correctly. You can see I didn't defend correctly on this end. But the robot does you such a disservice on this hand if you doubled. Which you can see, most of the higher level pros were doubling because of the shape of the hand, and the favorable vulnerability means they probably can't get hurt too terribly. So double is not unreasonable. The problem is the robot partner bids five clubs instead of making a very clear pass. They want to defend four hearts. They have queen, jack, nine, eight of hearts, and they can pretty reliably assume that either dummies void or whatever. They're always getting two heart tricks, and partner doubled at the four level. So why not just sit back when the opponents are vulnerable and defend four hearts doubled? The robot made just one of the worst bids ever by making a call with this heart suit, right? This is just a automatic pass. So for those of you that doubled, the robot did you dirty this week. This was absolutely inexcusable. The robot should just be passing and defending four hearts doubled. Partner doubles at the four level and you have queen jack 9-8 of trumps. This is a time where you just sit back and you take a nice big plus score. And plus 500 would have done real well as opposed to minus 300 for playing five clubs down six. So the robot did you dirty and he owes you an apology. So we'll hopefully he'll make it up to you guys this week. And the question ends up being, did you double five diamonds or did you pass? It's hard to double these kinds of auctions that the robots have here. You open a heart with this hand and it goes pass, double. And then the robots just methodically bid their way up to five diamonds. And it's double seems like it's pretty reasonable, especially with ace nine fourth of diamonds. But this is one of those times where, what if we're just buying a very odd distributional hand with West, who has a lot of diamonds and is only losing one diamond and one heart or something. So it's a little risky to double, but obviously your reward was terrific on this hand. A lot of you went plus 11 or 800. There's no reason to bid again after partner passes, by the way. And that's what some of the results at the bottom here are just, we took a call for some reason, and there's no reason to. So one heart pass, double. We know partner is totally broke, right? Because they passed our opening bid. So in this hand, we're just going to pass and see what happens. And something good happens. The opponents go crazy again. The robots really put on their bidding shoes this week and went down a lot of numbers if we doubled and defended correctly. But here, if you did double, you did very well. And if you bid after opening a heart, you kind of kept them out of their worst spot, which was going to be five diamonds for sure. And last but not least, we have an automatic drop of an honor. We should always drop the king of diamonds on this hand, and I feel so dumb for not doing it. But take a look at Joe. What he does here in four spades is he simply counts all the hands, which is what all of us should be doing. But by board 8, we're tired, we're bored. Maybe, like me, you're a little tilted that you misdefended a hand by misclicking and you just want to get it over with. But if you take 2 seconds here and you realize that the south hand has 14, the north hand has 14, and the west hand opened the bidding, and they open in first seat, one heart. Where's the king of diamonds? It is absolutely in the west player's hand. So when you get to this point, wherever it happens after you draw trump, when you lead a diamond, you play the ace because you know the finesse is going to lose. So no matter whether you play the ace now or you take the finesse, if they have more than one diamond, they're always taking the king. The only way you're going to be rewarded is if they have stiff king. We know the king is there, and the best case scenario is that the king is singleton because that gives us everything. And if it's not, we always have one loser. So play the ace and hope you're getting lucky. And as you can see, the players that were still paying attention got this right. And not surprising, we have 3 pros, but we also have Bay Ricky. Nice job. So great job staying with it, guys. And not surprising, we saw our perennial champion Joe Grue and our champion of the week Ben Robles getting this right. And don't forget, the information is out there, and you can see how many of us weren't thinking that at the time. But it's pretty simple if you just add up the points and realize, okay, I know where all the points are, so take advantage of it. Thanks a lot for playing again this week, guys. We'll see you again in this week's online tournament. We're going to be in Philadelphia at the North American Bridge Championship, so maybe we'll see a couple of random pros making a first appearance in this tournament. But join by Thursday at 5 p.m., and you'll be able to play against all of these great players and see how they do with the same hands you hold. So I'll see you next week. Until then, have a great week at the tables, folks. Take care.